becomes a new challenger.
I'll cut to the chase. Street Fighter 6's closed beta was the best fighting game beta I've ever played. And I'm not even talking about the quality of the game, even though that too is really, really good. I'm talking about everything from the presentation, to the stellar netcode, to the gorgeous battle hub, to the ease of finding matches, to the sheer number of options and modes accessible, most important among those being a training mode, which really should be standard at this point in fighting game betas. Street Fighter 6's closed beta checked all the boxes, then added new boxes, and checked those too. I've gotten to play Street Fighter 6 at a number of gaming events over the last few months, and the strong first impression that it left has more than held up now that I've played many hours of the beta. Street Fighter 6 feels fantastic. It's hard-hitting, fast-paced, and powered by the excellent drive system that opens up a whole world of new tools and options for every character. One of my big takeaways from my time with the beta was how much I loved the drive rush mechanic. Basically, at the cost of 1 bar of the drive meter, you're able to execute a quick green glowing dash and perform any move out of it. This was a vital technique when it came to facing off against Guile players especially, who were keen to spend the whole match a full screen away, pelting me with sonic booms all day. Drive Rush offered me a surprisingly quick way to close the distance, land either a throw or a sneaky low attack to catch him off guard, and put myself in a more advantageous position. And that's just one use of the technique. For 3 bars of your drive meter, you can use a Drive Rush to cancel out of certain attacks and continue a combo. For example, if I were to hit an opponent at mid-range with a poke that normally wouldn't combo into anything, I could use a Drive Rush cancel to dash in and convert a combo off of something that I normally would have just gotten a single hit off of. The whole system lends a ton of flexibility to Street Fighter 6's combo system, and I can't wait to experiment more with it once I get my hands on the full game. Then there's the Drive Impact. This maneuver will be the make it or break it point for many people when it comes to how much they enjoy Street Fighter 6's fighting system in comparison to other entries. Drive Impact is an extremely powerful strike that can muscle through up to 3 normal hits in order to deal a devastating blow of its own that will crumple an enemy and leave them open for a full combo. More than that, it can also be used against a foe in the corner, and even if it's blocked, it will still bounce them against the wall and give you a combo opportunity. It's a move that you will love when it works in your favor, and absolutely despise when it's used against you. I myself have gone back and forth on how I felt about Drive Impact all throughout the beta, and ultimately I ended up in a place where I appreciated what it brings to the table. It's an extraordinarily powerful technique to be sure, but there is still counterplay to it. Its slow startup feels just long enough to be reactable, and if you're able to respond to it, you can use your own Drive Impact to absorb their strike and punish them with a full combo of your own. It can also be jumped over and punished, parried and punished, or if you can jab it 3 times quick enough, you can break its armor and punish. There's also an inherent mind game at play when you get put in the corner. Because it is so strong, people are more likely to try to use it and get that wall splat, so you can be even more ready to try and react to it. Of course, if you're too focused on trying to react to the Drive Impact, you're vulnerable to basically everything else. Basically, being in the corner is very dangerous in every fighting game, but Drive Impact makes it especially harmful. There were 8 characters available to play in the beta: Ryu, Chun-Li, Jamie, Luke, Kimberly, Juri, Ken, and Guile. And while I put in a little bit of time with all of them, the 2 characters that I gravitated towards ended up being Ken and Juri. Ken is wildly different from his Street Fighter V incarnation, complete with 2 brand new moves, a new command run that alters the properties of several of his special moves, and seemingly less reward for being absolutely reckless, as many Kens tended to be in Street Fighter V. Most of his big combos now involve using special moves out of his command run, which adds a little more complexity to his combo routes compared to other characters, but makes up for it by the fact that they look sick as hell and deal a ton of damage. As for Juri,
such a lovely face.
Man, she's just so cool. Juri also has had some pretty substantial changes into how she plays. She no longer has to build charges in order to use certain special moves. Instead, she builds charges to enhance them. Her low projectile goes much further when charged, and she's able to directly cancel from move to move when she's got charges loaded. Her throw also has absurdly good range, and while I didn't get to mess around with it too much during the beta, her level 2 super seems to give her crazy combo flexibility and damage while it's active. The beta was also our first time getting a look at Street Fighter VI's ambitious Battle Hub, an online hub where players can create their own avatar and wander around a virtual arcade, pull up on an arcade cabinet, challenge another player, or just claim a cabinet of your own and wait for someone to challenge you. This alone is not a new idea. Arc System Works games have been doing avatar-driven online lobbies for years, but it's never been done on a scale quite like this. For one, the avatar creator is absolutely ridiculous, with players being given the power to go as wild as they want with the proportions of their characters, making it fun to simply walk around the hub and laugh at the utter monstrosities that people have come up with. Beyond that, there are all kinds of fun emotes that let you mimic special moves from the game, there's a photo booth, a shop for you to purchase new gear using currency earned while playing, a section where you can play classic Capcom games like Final Fight, and another section where you can play the special extreme mode. Best of all, if you don't want to engage with any of the arcade cabinets and you just want to automatically get pulled into a match, you can turn on ranked or casual matchmaking. Based on the beta, I feel extremely confident that Street Fighter VI's full launch will truly be a monumental moment for the fighting game community. But not only that, this beta sets the standard for future fighting game betas to follow by including literally everything a fighting game fan could reasonably want from an early look at a highly anticipated game. A decent selection of characters, superb netcode, a separation of both ranked and casual play, a tease of what kind of progression to expect when the full game releases, and even a training mode to actually learn how to play. The only downside is that now it's all over, and we're all without Street Fighter VI until either the next beta, or until it releases at a still yet unknown date in 2023. I cannot wait. Thanks for watching, and for more Street Fighter VI, make sure to check out our compilation of all the super moves, and our previous hands-on preview. And for everything else, keep it here on IGN.